Hello, boys and girls. It's Miss Kim from Miss Kim's Children's Music. Today's vlog and topic is going to be all about kangaroos. Boing, boing, boing. Kangaroos are mammals, but they're also called marsupials. I'm going to tell you all about where they come from, the different species of kangaroos. We're going to have a look and to see how they look different, what they eat, who the predators are, all sorts of fun things. So stick around. There are 4 species of kangaroo in Australia. There's the red kangaroo, the eastern grey kangaroo, the western grey kangaroo, and the Antalopine kangaroo. First, I'm going to start with the red kangaroo. That is the largest of all of the kangaroo species. They live all over Australia. They encompass all of Australia. The western grey kangaroo lives in the west, more towards the south. Take a look at the map. But they love the deserts and the flat grasslands. They like to eat grass. They like to eat shrubs and leaves. They can grow as tall as 5 to 8 feet tall. And they can weigh up to 200 pounds. That's why they're considered the largest of the kangaroo species. The shape of their body is really interesting. They have a pear-shaped body, kind of a smaller head. They have big back legs and big feet. Then they have short little front legs, which are kind of like hands. Red kangaroos have a soft red grayish fur. We're going to get more into red kangaroos, but I'd like to talk a little bit about the next kangaroo. The second species of kangaroo is the eastern grey kangaroo. Now, the part of the eastern tells us a lot about where they live. They are mainly located on the eastern side of Australia. All kangaroos have similar qualities, but the difference is the red kangaroo is the biggest. Next comes the next size would be the eastern grey kangaroo, which can get up to 6.5 feet tall and 145 pounds. The way they look is slightly different as well. While the red kangaroos have a distinctive muzzle, they have markings, black and white on their muzzle. The eastern grey kangaroo does not have this, plus they're smaller. The eastern grey, they have more rounded and hairier ears than the western grey. The eastern grey also loves to eat grass and a wide range of plants, including fungi, which is mushrooms. The habitat they live on is usually open woodland, scrubland, and grassland. This is what it looks like to live in the southwest as a kangaroo. A western grey kangaroo can get from 3 to 6 feet tall as well, and they can grow up to 158 pounds. That's pretty big. How do they differ in looks? Well, it's pretty subtle. A western grey has a dark brown face with the line of white outlining their lower face. Eastern greys are lighter overall with a grizzly gray face. All kangaroos are herbivores, so there's not much difference between what they eat, except the area they live in. So the western greys, they eat grasses, shrubs, trees, and other plants. Next up is the Antalopine kangaroo. They encompass northern Australia, up here. Take a look at the map. They're also known as Antalopine wallabies or Antalopine wallaroo. It's kind of hard to tell all these kangaroos apart, but the Antalopine kangaroos are large with slender faces and doe-like eyes, doe meaning a deer. Their feet and paws are both white on the underside, and maybe you'll see some black on the tips of their feet. They can grow up to 4 feet tall, and they can get 85 pounds. So they're not the biggest, like the red kangaroo. And again, they mainly eat grass. So now that I've told you the 4 species of kangaroos, I'd love to get more into detail about the fun facts that all kangaroos encompass. Are you ready? A kangaroo is the only animal that uses its back legs and its tail and hopping as its main form of moving. If they want to move really fast, they hop. Their big, powerful back feet, not like mine, help along with their strong tail to push them into the air very high. They can hop as far as 30 feet high and reach speeds of up to 40 miles an hour. That's pretty fast. Male kangaroos have a nickname. They're called a boomer, a buck, or a jack. It just depends on where they're located, what they call them. A female kangaroo is called a doe, a flyer, or a jill. And obviously our babies, they call them joeys. We're going to talk more about females and their babies. Now, to have a human baby, it takes a human about 10 months before they can have the baby. But with a kangaroo, the gestation period for them to be inside the mother is 1 month. That's pretty quick. And then they crawl into the mother's pouch where they nurse and they stay there for about 6 months, depending upon the species. Kangaroos are the only animal that cannot move backwards. They can only propel forward. Except for the very unique tree kangaroos. They can move backwards. But they're unique looking. They look really nothing like kangaroos. Take a peek. How do kangaroos communicate? Well, by stomping their feet and making noise. They could also make a high-pitched barking sound when they need to communicate with each other. So driving at night in the outback can be very dangerous. There are a lot of car accidents with kangaroos because they are nocturnal animals. That means they're awake during the evening, all through the night, and they sleep during the day. So you have to be very careful if you're driving in the dark times in the outback. Lots of accidents happen. Look out for your kangaroos. Woo! Did you know that for fun, kangaroos, they like to box? Well, the teenagers like to box. However, sometimes the males will box to show their dominance. What does that mean? To show they're more powerful. And you know, also, kangaroos can swim. That's pretty cool. And a kangaroo has a lifespan of 6 to 8 years in the wild. If they lived with humans or maybe in a zoo, they could live a little longer. The predators of kangaroos are humans, unfortunately. But much like in America, we love cows and we love to eat meat, Australians love kangaroo meat. Other predators are dingoes, wedge-tailed eagles, Tasmanian tigers, and the smaller kangaroos, wild dogs, and foxes will prey on those little cuties. This has been a wonderful and really informative vlog all about kangaroos. I'm so glad you joined me. It's always fun learning new things. And remember to go to your local library if you want to learn more. But don't forget, subscribe to my channel. Bye.